Bada bing, bada boom. Welcome to the next episode of Smiles for Miles with me, Smiles. I've stopped trying to count because I got it wrong last time, and I'm not going to keep messing it up as we keep going. But I do know for a fact this is episode 10, but I'm just going to make it a habit of saying what's up because why bother keeping count? You don't really care. I don't really care. The numbers on the damn thing, anyhow. Let's just get it going. Um, okay. I have been out of the loop all day as to what's going on. I don't really pay too much attention to politics. I used to really, really pay attention to that kind of shit. And I would get into like the deep conspiracies and everything that like turned out to not be conspiracies and just turned out to actually be true. And I realized how corrupt the government really is. And that whole thing, I had that revelation a long, long time ago. So I'm under no delusion that like you know what I'm saying? Like everything is like the good old USA, you know? Um, by the way, we do have a guest today. This is Lucy right here. You can see she's sleeping. This isn't a new rug. This is actually a living rug. Little puppy I'm watching for the day. So that's Lucy. If she gets up later, she's an absolute babe. You'll see. Um, but yeah, so I'm under no delusion of that. But I turned into the damn news and I saw people storming buildings down in DC, which is crazy to me. And the funny thing about it, because here's the thing. Okay, if you this is in margarita, I got smoked barbecue, taqueria, or sandwich shop, whatever they are via the day. Get their margaritas. Here's the thing: if you want to go out and have your little thing and complain and say, "Wow, we think da 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 da," okay, fine, whatever, dog. I'm not worried. Do it. Go for it. Have a good time. But when you start breaking other people's stuff, man, like when you start breaking other people's shit, like it's these people are the exact same ones that were saying everybody in Black Lives Matter is the worst because they're breaking shit instead of just protesting peacefully. Why don't they just protest peacefully or get it done through law? And then when what they want doesn't get done, they go and they protest and they break shit. And it's like, well, how are you gonna talk? Like I can't even I get worked up about it. It's just the whole thing. It's the whole thing. It's crazy. But I turned on the news and I saw that today. I was out of the loop and I was talking to people and people were like, oh, the world is going up in flames. And I was like, yeah, well, why? What's happening? I didn't know. And they were like, bro, you just look at whatever. So I Google it. I was like, oh my goodness, craziness. This is hectic. It's funny. Um, Crazy. It's just crazy. I don't even know. But hey, what are you going to do about it? Keep on pushing. You can't stop just because other people are acting like idiots. So I'm gonna keep on grinding. It's the first. I think this is the first podcast of the new year, right? Because we're on today's the 6th. So yeah, today's the first. This is the first podcast of the new year. I would have liked to get it going last night, which is what I initially attended. I always record them on Tuesday nights so I can get it like as updated as possible for you guys. Um, but I was just having a bunch of trouble with my computer and with my phone, which is what I record on right now because I still don't really have a video camera or anything like that. And to be honest with you, the phone works fine. I got the mic for the audio capture. I could see myself on the screen here. I mean, it looks fine. I get it. It's not the glitz and glamour of Hollywood that you might be used to, but I feel like most people probably just listen to it. But if you watch it, shout out to you. If you watch it, let me know if you watch it. Leave a comment. Well, I guess I could just see on the views that you watch it, but hit me up and let me know if you actually like watch this as opposed to just listen to it. Because if you do, I'm definitely going to try to make it more interesting visually. We'll bring some things into it. I do have something going on, visually that every week that I like to try to switch up. If you know, you know. If not, you'll figure it out. But yeah, so it didn't happen last night. It was just one thing after another, and it got to a point where I was just like I wasn't having it, wasn't feeling it. It just in general, I was just exhausted and just mentally beat. So I just took it easy and I was like, I'm just gonna put it up the next day or record it the next day and we'll put it up. I'll put it up tonight. So Thursday you'll probably listen to it or hear it or whatever, Thursday, Friday. Excuse me. But yeah, hectic. So this whole week, right? I think I talked about on the last one, I was having my problems with gout and it was killing me. And it ended up staying with me for like 4 days, 5 days. I had it all week. I couldn't do anything. I was just laying on the couch all week. Um, it was horrible, but also at the same time, it was super productive because I didn't have anything else to do. And if you see now, I know it looks like a mess. I got all these pillows here, but it's for a purpose, and it's because my back has been bugging me, and I'm not taking any chances of it getting messed up again. I finally got health insurance. I got my doctor's appointment for the 21st, and I'm just trying to, just I want to be in the best condition I can, until then. Then I could fall apart once they give me some medicine or something. Um, but yeah, so ended up being couch ridden all week, and I couldn't take any sessions. I really couldn't do anything at all. So I just laid around, and like I said, it ended up being really productive. I ended up making a bunch of beats. I made like 2 beats a day, which I'm super happy with. A few of them, not all. You know how it is. Like I'm still super new to it. Like I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some beat maker extraordinaire. Like I'm still super new to it. There's still like very infant stages of producing. I'm like super hesitant to even call it like producing. Um, but like I'm pretty happy with a few of them. So I'm adding them to the store that I'm gonna have coming out hopefully at the end of the month, and yeah, that'll be my new thing. Hopefully, another stream of income, which I'm really excited about. Um, Damn, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm laying up all week. So yeah, I made some beats like that, and I ended up getting to do a bunch of work on the album launch that I've been planning. And yo, okay, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about this week. Um, it's funny. I think the first episode that I ever did was persistence, right? Talking about persistence. And so this is episode 10. So that was like 10 weeks ago, maybe 11, I think, if I skipped a week. So 11 weeks ago, I was came and I was talking about persistence and about keeping pushing. And you know what? I kept to it this time. Like I really stuck to it this time. This podcast has been super helpful because I know every week I got to come with something that I've been doing. And it's really made me just stick to it. And I am finally seeing like where all of this work is leading up to, and this project that I'm doing and the way I'm releasing this is really still just kind of like a practice project for what I have coming further on, later on in 2021. So I'm just excited, man. I'm in the kitchen, I'm creating, I'm doing things like I'm super happy I'm at where I want to be, or I know that I am heading towards where I want to be, I guess. So, yeah, so it was ended up being super, super helpful and super beneficial. Um, Man, I haven't had any kind of beer, liquor, anything in the house, which is crazy. So I just been pretty much stone cold sober in it. Haven't even yeah, no, I haven't been doing nothing. Haven't even really been smoking. So just keeping it sober, which is, hey, it's good. It's helpful. I don't sleep at all. At all, man. I tell you what, if I don't like have a little smoke before I go to bed, I'm up. I'm just gonna be up until 5 a.m. Period. And that's it. Like I can't sleep. My mind just does not slow down, which I love. And that's another thing I was thinking. Yo, I used to have nightmares, right? I was working as a server and a bartender, and I would have nightmares, and I would wake up sitting up in my bed, like holding trays, like wake up like this, like I'm carrying trays out because I would be in my dream. It would be like, they were so vivid. You know how they are, like your work dreams, like your work nightmares or whatever. They were so vivid, and I would just be the only one in the restaurant having to, and it would just be jam packed. and everybody would be trying to crowd in and they want seats over here and this guy needs a drink and this person needs this and the rest of the staff would just be in the back like filing their nails, not doing nothing, and I would just be begging for help, but nobody was coming. You know how it is, and you're just running and sweating and going, and it's just anxiety to 1,000, straight through the roof. And I would just wake up and I would just be there just sweating, like literally sweating in a cold sweat or a hot sweat. I don't know what it was. I was hot. There was perspiration on my body. It was bad. It was horrible. I had to wipe myself off with a towel. It was embarrassing. It was crazy. But we all have them. Um, yeah, so I was having those for the longest time. Man, I tell you what, sometimes it's so hard for me to connect a thought. I know where I'm going and I just take the long way to get to it. Every single time I do it and then I end up forgetting where I'm going. But no, this time I know where I'm going. So, well, I just lost it. Damn. Ah. Damn, what was I just talking about? Mm. Waking up in a cold sweat and everything like that. You're right. So, all right. So I used to do that, and it was horrible for me. Not to say I didn't love my job because I did love my job. I love working there, but you know how it is when you got a job, you have those work nightmares. And now, when I do get some sleep, which is few and far between the hours these days, I usually get I got like 3 hours the other night, last night, which was I was like super happy for that. So, but I ended up, yeah, those like 3 hours is like I'm dreaming about me working on music or me working on things like behind the scenes or just, doing exactly what I want to do you know I'm like that's my dreams. It's not work nightmares anymore. It's like work ideas in my sleep and I wake up and it's like I want to. I'm not saying that I got like the $1 million idea in my dream like I'm some kind of genius or something like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like you have those dreams where you're like, oh, and you wake up and you just have some clarity, and that's been happening a lot. So I've been super stoked on that. If I can get more sleep, that would be even better. But regardless, here we are and we're doing what we're doing. But the whole persistence thing ties into it with, this is kind of the culmination of me continuing to push and to push and to chip away at what it is that I am doing and what it is that I want to do. Never in my life have I really sat down and applied myself to something. Like I'm not gonna front like a lot of things are just easy for me. Like it's just easy. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying whatever because I'm a lot of shit. Like I'm an idiot. Like I'm super stupid when it comes to like working on cars. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just bad at it. I don't know why. I just don't understand it. There's some things I just don't grasp, but a lot of stuff it just comes easy to me, especially like things in school. Like school has always been I never tried in school. I never ever once tried in school, and I got straight A's pretty much all the time. It was just it was just, and I'm not bragging, but the thing is, I just never applied myself and really dug in and worked at anything because I can always just kind of coast. Um, and this is the first time I've really ever applied myself. And man, is it hard to apply yourself because it's so easy to just take it easy and relax. But like, yo, to really get in there, just say, like, I'm doing this every single day. I'm showing up. Even if what you put out is just garbage and you never want to look at it again, at least you showed up, you know? That's how I feel about it. And so every single day I'm doing something with music. It doesn't matter if it's I've been playing guitar, trying to have some fun with it. So I might do that. It doesn't matter if it's only for like 20 minutes that I do that, you know? It doesn't it's just I did something, it's showing up. I came and I did what I had to do. I put something in for the day. That's the key to it. And I've just been doing that for the last, whatever, 11 weeks, and it's really starting to pay off and to show off. And um the planning ahead that I have finally gotten off my ass to do because, again, like I said, I'm just, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just lazy, you know, and I've forced myself to have a schedule, forced myself to be on track with everything. And to now have this, it's like doing the outline, man. It's like doing an outline to a book report when you were in high school. You hate doing it, but when you get older, you look at the outline and you go, the idea of it, and you're like, I get it. You want, because now if I just jot some ideas down, I take 20 minutes right now. What's up, baby? If I take 20 minutes right now and just jot my ideas down for the whole thing, that's going to save me hours in the long run, and that's basically what I did with everything, with all aspects of the actual music creation, the business side of things, the putting a podcast together, the other stuff, just for you guys to like be able to tune in and to see what's up. It's a grind and I'm super happy to be doing it. And I'm so happy to seeing it pay off. And I'm so happy at seeing the numbers on the podcast, which again, I, shout out to you guys for tuning in and listening, man. That's super dope. It makes me feel great. It really does. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I really had a super chill week this week. I really didn't do too much because I was laid up. I've been spending a lot of time on Tinder. I'm not even gonna lie, because well, I got a lot of time. In the last like 3 days, I've been spending a lot of time on Tinder just because I'm up all night and I'm just trying to calm down and relax. And I get on and bro, listen, I understand as men, like we're terrible. Men are we're bad. Like I am toxic. I'll be the first to admit it, you know. Um, but yo, these girls, bro, really like think, bro, these girls, like, yo, you must have egos that are just like overwhelmingly inflated. I cannot imagine. I see some of these girls, and it's like, first off, as my mom used to ever say, my mom used to say is, do you have a mirror in your house? That's what she would always say when we go to Kennywood in the summer, and she see some girls in some outfits. She was go, do you have a mirror in your house? Do you see what you look like? And that's what a lot of these hoes are doing. And I see it. And first off, you try to, as my one girl pointed out to me, she said, Facetune, talked about Facetune. And I looked that up. Okay. First off, now I'm all hip to it, I'm paying attention. And now I see, and all I can see when I look at the app is the Facetunes and everything like that. So I'm so skeptical. I don't want to swipe right on anybody because it's like you don't want. I can't. Your Instagram is not you. When I see you in person, like, what are you gonna look like without the app, and what are you gonna look like without a pound and a half of makeup? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna look like the damn Hunchback of Notre Dame or something like that? And yeah, and they get on there and they have the nerve. The crazy thing. Okay, listen. I don't know if dudes do it because I don't be swiping on dudes, but like to have to like when your first line, when the first thing that you say is like, here's what I don't want, here's what you cannot be. And I never even met you before. And the very first thing that you're gonna say to me is like, don't be don't be da-da-da-da. And usually anytime that they say it, it's some shit that's like actually masculine or something. Don't be a man's man. Like, don't hunt or don't, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever the fuck they say. Don't fucking wear an American flag and play guitar on a boat. Whatever. Right out the gate, it make and your BMI is like off the damn scales. You look like you haven't gotten out of bed since the quarantine. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And you want to tell me that you don't want to, you never met me before. You never met me, right? Right. It could be Prince Charming over there, but if Prince Charming poses on a boat with a fish hanging out the back of it with Capri Sun shorts or whatever they're called, you're gonna tell him like, no, I don't want to bother. You mean to tell me if some dude with a big six pack and pecs and shit look like The Rock wants to stand on a boat, you're gonna tell him no? over there, Brandy, 32, divorced, has 3 cats and two pet chickadees and lives in a damn trailer and wears little tankinis every single day. You're gonna tell no him because you don't like guys that fish because you're in tune with crystals and nature? I don't think so. It's just so stop. So stop. I see him, and then you see him, and then you see some ladies, and they got the mother of 3, and you look at them, and it's like if those babies weren't triplets, somebody was dying for some pussy. That's all it was. And you want to why put that in your bio? Who's proud to be a mother of 3 and on Tinder, right? Don't meet somebody at the PTA meetings. Don't go on Tinder. Damn. Leave it to the children list. 2 children, I feel like should be the maximum. 2 children. You can have 2 kids if you're 30 or under. Otherwise, if you're like over 30 and you got 2 kids, dog, they got to make a separate app for you. They got to make a separate, because I can't deal with that. What am I deal with? 2 kids? 2 kids. So what? So what? You want to talk? I got to have conversations about what's happening in middle school cafeterias when I'm sitting at the bar. Don't even waste my time. Don't even waste my time. That's pretty much it. And that's all. That's all that happened this week. I'm all fired up now. Speaking of which, they did open D's back up. So that's where I'm headed as soon as this is done. But yeah, man. No, so I kind of chilled this week. And yeah, man, I ended up getting a lot done, and I'm just super happy. I'm just super stoked to be keeping on pushing on, and and man, I just hope this really does well. Like I said, I have a lot of cool stuff planned. We got a what do we got? We got 7 days of music. I know I said it on the last one. Yeah, 7 days of music, each day a new song. We got recipes, behind the scenes videos that I'm like putting together now, and I'm gonna do some live in studio performances. I might record it from here. I'm trying to find somewhere else to record it though. I don't want to do it here. And then what else do I got? Yeah, recipes. I said I got some one-on-one merch, like some super custom merch that I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, man, it's gonna be amazing. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. And yeah, man, that's it. That's all. Take it easy, and we'll see you guys next week.